Good morning, you guys. Welcome to Win the Day. I am Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick, and this podcast, video blog, wherever you're catching me, is all about helping you customize your entrepreneurial journey in order to make entrepreneurship realistic for so many of us. And that is the topic that I'm jumping into today. So thank you guys so much for being with me, whether you are listening to this or from your favorite place to catch your podcast, YouTube channel. Welcome, everyone. And for all of you who are joining me live on Facebook, thanks so much for being here. So the reason why I'm talking about customizing your entrepreneurial journey today is because for the last few months, I've been doing a 1-week challenge where I challenge you to really start thinking about how you're going to make money in your business. The entire point of that 100K strategy challenge is for you to understand that you have options in business. You don't just because it's what you've seen somebody else do or what you feel is like the main thing to do in your industry. I really wanted you to see how there are tons of business models available to you, and it's up to you to evaluate them and decide what's going to work for you. So during the month of May, I am going to be sharing how I'm launching a membership group. Now, I use membership group in the largest term because I'm doing a coaching community. So it does have all the features of a membership, meaning that you can join. It's going to be at a lower price point than the individual coaching. However, the thing that I want you to know about what I'm creating is it is very interactive. It is very much, it's hands-on by me, hands-on with the participants, and you're going to be learning and growing each and every month. So you're not just paying to be a part of a community where you could hopefully learn something. This literally has a more of a course type of feel, except that there's new content every single month. So that's what I'm building. I'm super excited about it, but I wanted to share with you guys how I got to the point of building a membership group. I currently have a group coaching, the 100K accelerators that will open a few times each year. And I currently have a group going through that program right now. And we were talking about how you start to structure your business and customize the ways that you're making money so you can stick to it. The reason I believe a lot of women business owners do not follow through in business is because ultimately they're trying to do what somebody else doing, and then when it gets down to it, making a decision between their business and their family life. And what woman is going to choose her business over watching, being present as a mom or watching her marriage fall apart? We're not going to do that for long. And so I find that we tend to start playing small, or we don't follow through on things because we haven't learned that what we should be doing is making sure whatever we choose is going to play to our strengths and fit into our lifestyle. So of course, in everything you're choosing for your business, it's all about getting a result for your client. So that's the first evaluation point. Is this going to be helpful to my client on the way to the result that they want? Does this help me be a solution to them? So if you can answer yes, which there's a lot of business models that you'll be able to answer yes in order to help your clients. But what makes it unique for you and what makes it a really great business for you and a really great plan for you is that it fits your strengths, which is my point number 2 in the evaluation, and it fits your lifestyle, which is point number 3. So I'm going to show you how I am using this, because this membership launch, me starting a membership group, is me making a decision about how I'm moving my business forward. it definitely will get results. If I'm a business coach, I have people all the time who want to work with me, and then they have to consider their budget. So it made sense for me to consider, on the path of getting results for my clients, I would like to have something that comes in as a lower price point, that gives them the accountability. Most of my clients are looking for accountability, helps them to stay on target with their goals, and gives them coaching. But it's going to be more feasible to be able to offer all those things in a group setting. So this is a part of my philosophy as a business coach. So it fits absolutely with the solution that I am for my clients. So now, how does this fit into my life and my strengths? So if any assessment, evaluation, anything that you give me, you're going to easily learn that I am a teacher. I'm a teacher type, right? So whether you do like spiritual gifts, there's teaching over there, leading, those kind of things, those are my strengths. If you do any type of other assessment, I always come out as the person that's supposed to be teaching, training, or doing something in that category. So this fits my strengths because it gives me the opportunity to do something that I know I'm already good at doing, which is teaching. And I'm going to be doing it on a regular schedule with more people. So now I can not standardize in a way of making it generic, but help more people at one time. And that actually lights me up. Like, I feel super excited to be able to do that. How does this fit my lifestyle? So when I take on a personal coaching client, I am committing a certain amount of time to that client, because it is not just the time that I show up and that I'm present for your session, but I am doing prep work for you. I'm doing follow-up work with you. My clients have access to me in other ways outside of our sessions. So it doesn't end with just that 60-minute session. And I also only allow you to book 4 sessions so we can get a few things done. I can give you some tasks. We can come back together. That's how I do personal coaching. So the reality is, if I want to grow my business as far as revenue is concerned, I can't do the one-off client over and over and over, because it gives me an income ceiling. And for the fact that not everybody can pay that one-off fee, it does have me ask the question, what else can I do to really help my client? So as I have built my business so far, I do personal coaching. So that's the one-on-one. You call me, we talk only about your business, what you've done, what your next steps are going to be. And I literally walk you through taking those first few steps so that you start building the confidence that you need to execute whatever it is you said you wanted to execute. So I love that. And I do it virtually. So everything is on the phone or on Zoom, but we're meeting one-on-one over some virtual means. So that absolutely does fit my lifestyle. But like I said, it gives me an income ceiling. The next thing that I offer is group coaching. So I took what I learned from the one-on-one coaching and created what I'm going to call my signature course. And in that, it is a hybrid course/coaching program. So I took what I was doing one-on-one, what I knew a lot of people were asking questions about, standardized it, created the roadmap, and that is now my, I'm going to say, proprietary system to helping you get results in your business. So now what I am able to do is not just help you when you show up one-on-one and just pull out one area. I now have a roadmap. I'm going to walk a group of people through that roadmap and then continue to coach them when they are done. So that is a 9-week program. I only offer it a few times a year, but I love that. And it does fit my life because, again, it allows me to coach people, to teach, and it allows me to fully develop my system that I created to help my clients get results. So That's the second thing that I developed. So now third, if you've been listening, first I did one-to-one, then I did one-to-few. Now the membership allows me to take those same concepts, break them down a little further, and now I can go one-to-many. So that was the progression that I used so that I realized I could handle this. A lot of you want to jump all the way to the bigger events, the bigger conference, the membership group. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you are going to be a lot more confident if you take a path in your business. One, to develop you as an expert, but two, to also train you to handle things. So for example, as I had to transition from one-to-one coaching to one-to-few in my coaching group, there's 9 students. We get online, we're together for 2 hours, and I have to be very deliberate that each person is going to get some time to talk, that I am asking very specific questions to each business owner that shows up on that call, and then ultimately that I'm still teaching and coaching, so that even if you decided that you didn't really want to talk that day, you weren't, it really wasn't a day you wanted to be active, you should still get something out of that group session, out of that group coaching. So in the one-to-many, I teach a lesson, they watch it on video, and then we come together for more the Q&A and live teaching, if you will, of that topic. So I have learned what it takes to balance a group virtually. I have learned how to manage my time as the teacher to make sure everybody's getting time and everybody's getting heard. I have learned how to customize the worksheets to make sure that they are effective and efficient to get them a result, and to also make sure that I am bringing home the lessons that are necessary. So now I'm going to take that skill and 10x it. I want to launch my membership group with 100 members. That's going to be the aim. That's the goal. I have my mentors really helping me figure out how I can make that happen. But now there's 100 people, right? What I learned in the one-to-few is that even though there's 9 people in my group, not every single one of them will show up each week. So that also means when I'm coaching 100 people in the membership, not every person is going to show up every single time. So I offer replays. I now know how to do that. And so I have just slowly worked myself into the skills necessary to launch a membership. So yes, it's a lot of work, I'm not going to lie, but I don't feel like I can't handle it. The thing that makes membership a really great option for me as well, as far as the evaluation and considering lifestyle, is the fact that it's still all virtual. I'm going to help more people, so that does not give me the income ceiling, but it also allows me to build a community, watch more people go through my system, customize it so that I then know for sure this system that I have built works without a doubt. It's now helping hundreds of people at a time. And then I can do other things beyond that, like really create more digital courses around the things that I'm teaching, around the results that people are getting through that membership. So it opens up other doors for me, and that's going to be my progression. So I love it because I'm at the point in my life where you guys will see me from time to time talking about creating that work from anywhere lifestyle. That's what I want. I want everything I do to be online, to be virtual. Eventually, I do want to see you guys and host events and have awesome retreats and getaways and things like that. But for now, I love the virtual aspect. I can do that. Like, you guys don't know where I am. I just pop this green screen up behind me, and then I'm ready to go. So I can be on vacation right now. I could be, which I've definitely shot video from vacation, from hotels, from my bedroom, from my office space in my home, and it all looks the same to you. Like, you don't miss anything. So that's what I love. That's what I'm building. I use the evaluation process, which is first, can this business model work for your clients? So I walked you through 3 things that I've used. I've used the coaching and consulting. I've used the group coaching and consulting, and now I'm going to go to memberships. So that's kind of the 3. And I evaluated each of them by first saying, is this going to help my clients get results? If what I was saying I'm going to do doesn't fit what someone is expecting from a business coach, then I would have to evaluate, because are they just going to be too confused to use that service from me? So 1, does it help get a result for my client? That's first and foremost. Second, narrow down your options by saying, what's going to play to my strengths? How can I show up strong? How can I show up as my best self within my business? And for me, that's doing things like teaching and talking and coaching someone. I have degrees in counseling psychology. So I totally understand how to run a one-on-one session, how to listen intently, how to create a treatment plan, which is what I'm doing with coaching, and how to make sure you are following through on what you said you were going to do. I literally have a degree in that. Right? So I'm playing to my strengths when I go into the arena of coaching. This is what I know how to do professionally and just as my innate skill. So I'm going to play to my strengths. And then third, does this fit my lifestyle? The pros and cons of a membership group is the pro is I don't have the income ceiling because I can help more people. The con is you're helping more people. There's more people. There's more moving parts. You have to produce content for them. Most memberships are about a monthly rotation where you need to have something new. That also plays to my strengths because I create a ridiculous amount of stuff. So this gives me an opportunity to go back in my files and use a lot of the things that I've been creating. I would come up with topics. I would come up with all kinds of things that I was going to write about and organize, and I would start writing them. So I have tons of outlines for classes, tons of finished classes, tons of different articles, which in my brain equal that I thoroughly thought about a topic. But yeah, this totally fits my strengths, but for somebody else, this would not be ideal because you have to learn how to juggle. You have to be really good at time management. You have to be really good at listening other people accountable, because that is the thing, at least in my system, that really helps them move along and grow their business. It's not about them just hearing about what I'm doing and me sharing my stories and saying, hope that helps you guys. Bye, have a good night. No, I really dive into their business, what they're doing, how they're doing it. I say, that's probably not going to work. Here's what we do instead. Here's some things to consider. Here's some ways to research, because I have spent lots of years in business doing a lot of different things. So I can advise in those ways. So the membership is perfect. Now it's just more people. And what I know to be true is that even though you're going to have more people, you're still going to have a few different. I am prepared at this point to manage that. So consider the pros and cons of what you're about to do next, and make sure that you have done necessary to progress to that point. I'll let you guys know when I'm doing the next strategy challenge, because if you have not joined me and you don't know the business models that I teach, at least learn those. It's over a dozen. And it's things that you've heard of, like the membership, like coaching, like teaching, but I break them down so that you understand how to use them, how to use them to play to your strengths, and how to evaluate each of them so that you're only choosing like 2 or 3 things that you're going to build into your business so that you can reach your $100,000 of consistent income. So thank you guys so much for joining me for Win the Day. I am here every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. and you can catch me live on Facebook. Otherwise, you can catch the replays, or not the replays, but you can catch the podcast or the YouTube video on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Have a great day. I will talk to you Thursday. Bye.